Hey, that's right. That's right. It's time. It is time for Raw Talk Live. What's going on, girlfriend Peggy? Why are why are you doing this to me? Girlfriend Peggy, you ain't doing it. It's this computer that's doing it. I said, girlfriend, I'm afraid to touch anything. Hey, girlfriend Peggy. Hey, beautiful. How you
Oh,
doing?
yes. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, girlfriend. What's
Ooh,
up? What's
ooh.
up?
What's up?
Woo,
What's
we had
up?
a
What's up?
challenging
What's
night
up?
tonight, didn't we?
Yeah, you know what? It gets more exciting and more challenging every week. It's like the
Every
universe
week.
is playing a
We're
game
going to
with
have
us.
the same
It's
time
like
you time at
let's
9:30.
it's like playing a game. It's like let's see how we can stump them tonight. Um, what new trick can we pull out of this bag and watch them scramble around to make it happen?
Right.
But we are overcomers because we overcame tonight
Yes,
for
by the
real.
blood of the Lamb. We fought that fight tonight. We fought hard to get in there. I was just praying that girlfriend wasn't like, I'm not doing this.
Well, yeah, because every week, right?
That's what I
I'm
was
like, I'm
over here
not doing
praying
this
about.
no more, man. Mhm.
So yeah, I was over here on the warpath.
Uh-huh. Because every
Yes.
week I want to take my toys and go home. I want to leave the playground.
Uh,
I want to say F
run
y'all.
out
I'm
the
not
sandbox. Hmm.
yeah, right.
Or get
Just
your toys and run out the sandbox and leave me there with the sand.
yep, have a good time, enjoy yourself. But
Uh-huh.
but no, it's all good. And now they say, well, what time does Raw Talk come on? We come on when we can get
9:30.
on.
We can get on there. We coming. You may have to bear with us for a minute or two, but we coming. So
We coming for
shoot
sure.
for 9 o'clock, but that don't mean 9 o'clock we gonna be there.
No, no. And we are sincere in our effort to be there at 9 o'clock. But
Yes, we here. We in front of the computer with each other at 8:30.
right.
So from 8:30 until whenever we can work out the kinks, we're sitting right here with each other trying to get it together.
Yes, I'm starting to think now we might need to do it at 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Ooh.
But you
Uh,
know, and you know what, I don't understand how it is so different now than it was 2 years ago.
right.
We just didn't have the issues and the level of issues that we have with the production and the actual engaging with the broadcast that we had initially. So
Right.
it's a strange beast. I had
Uh-huh.
I reached out to one of our raw talkers, Rhea Clark, and I said,
Oh,
Rhea,
okay.
I said, I think I might have to do this straight on Facebook tonight. Give me a few pointers. Tell me, how that works, or what I'd have to do, and that type of
Right.
thing. And she let me know, but it's all good. It's all good. Shout out to the Raw Talkers in the building, and
Yes.
or on their way to the building, or roaming around in the parking lot looking for us. We're right here. And you know what? The wonderful thing is, if you follow Raw Talk on Facebook and hit the notification bell, you'll find you as soon as we come on, you'll know about it. If you subscribe
It'll come
on
up.
YouTube, yes, to Real As Women, REALAS Women, Real As Women Raw Talk. If you hit that notification bell there with your subscription, as soon as we come on, whether it's 9 o'clock or 9:40, you'll
Right.
know we're here and ready to converse. So welcome to the building tonight as we get ready for a very interesting post Father's Day conversation. Isn't that right, girlfriend?
That's absolutely right. And did we get a chance last week to wish the fathers happy Father's Day? I don't know. We was on Wednesday and Father's Day fell on a what?
on
on
Sunday.
that
So we didn't wish them a happy Father's
on a
Day in
Sunday.
advance, but we certainly hope that they had a great
Okay.
one. The fathers in
Yes.
my family had a great one. I haven't posted the the video. My children, everybody, or the children have done all of the posting and everything. But
Okay.
we went to Wekiva Falls, and you know that's spring water. It's it is ice cold. It never gets warm. It is just ice cold, and it's an adventure getting down to the springs. But we got down there. But my son bought this thing that you. It's an underwater. Um, it's a motorized thing that you hold on to and you go underwater, and when you stretch it out in front of yourself, it propels you forward. You know, it takes you through the water like a submarine, or I don't
Mm.
know, something like
Like
that. I
moving
don't know
through
what.
the water real fast.
And
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it is like I look, I guess I'll get the video and post it. But they have, so there's video of my children and a video of their dad underwater using this thing. You got to have your little goggles and everything on, and they are having a blast. I was in charge of making the sandwiches. So I stood on, I stood on the sidelines and enjoyed the scenery, the weather, the breeze, all of that kind of good stuff. And I was a good
Mm-hmm.
Girl Scout mom, and I made
Mm-hmm.
sandwiches. Anybody want a sandwich? I'm making sandwiches here. And so that was my duty, and I had a great time. But they tore that water up. They were having a ball under there, just zooming
Well, let me
around.
just say this from what you described to me. I was saying what you described to me. That's the stairs, 45 stairs that you had to go down with no
For
railing
48, but who's
was
counting?
enough to send me back up.
I said, "Ooh,
Oh,
girlfriend."
48 stairs. Okay, 48 stairs going down in a step and no railing. And then you had to walk, and then you had to walk back up to go to the bathroom. And God, no way in hell I could have went there. No, ma'am. I
and
said you
and
was the
I'm
truth
talking
that day in
about,
there.
you park up here on a, on a certain level. You have to carry all of your stuff. Okay, so you walk that wooden
Right.
bridge. It's slanted downward, so you've got to hold your body. You have to hold your mouth a certain way to to walk down a downward, forward, downward slope, carrying stuff. You have to concentrate. I don't know about anybody else, but I have to concentrate about where I put every foot, and because I'm
Yeah,
too
what if one
old.
person fall?
Huh?
One person fall downward and everybody else down the stairs in front of you falling down.
Oh Jesus,
Basically. That's
listen,
scary.
girlfriend Peggy, you're not painting a pretty picture here. Uh, but
Well,
yeah, and so
sorry,
then
Wekiva
after you walk this,
Wekiva Springs.
yeah, it was Wekiva Falls. I think Wekiva Springs is somewhere in closer to Sanford, but we were at Wekiva Falls State Park,
Okay.
and oh boy. And so
Oh,
then
okay.
you get down the steps. Then after the wooden bridge, then there's the 48 steps. But nonetheless, we had a blast. And then the next day, we went to the beach. So it was a great Father's Day weekend.
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I had
it
a
was
beautiful
cool.
Father's Day weekend. It was nice and quiet.
Isn't it funny how you get to be a certain age, and the peaceful quietness is what you want more than anything else, and you just to have one day of it, you can cherish it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes, don't I know? But tonight we want to talk about fathers and what the joy of fatherhood. Uh, Peggy always comes up with the best questions, and that was, can a father make up for lost time? Can a man who has been absent from his family make up for the time that he wasn't there? Can he make up, how much money is enough money to make up for being absent 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years? Um, how much now time would you need to spend with somebody to make up for 5, 10, 15 years of being absent from their life? Uh, is it possible?
20.
Can you do it? Was that your question?
Absolutely. Yep. That was it. Seemed like we
So,
got
what
a
do you
good delay
think?
going on between us.
Yes, relatively speaking.
Hmm. I can hear it. Well, I think they can. It's never too late to start being a father. However, there might be a great deal of animosity from the mother who's had to do everything, be mom and dad for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, which is in the situation that I'm in personally. He's been an absentee father from '04 to now and still absent financially, with the exception, like I said before, of some phone calls. But after a certain point and the kids are a certain age, I think it's totally up to them. It's not my choice or my decision now to decide whether or not he should play a role in their life. It's strictly up to the kids at that point. Don't come now. I don't want nothing to do with you. And they'll stand firm on that. And then you have other kids, particularly ladies, that's always in search of their father. That's always wants the love of their father. He could be gone for 30 years and they still want the love of that father. So I don't think, like I said, that's our decision. That's the kid's decision at that point. But I'd say you damn well better try if you can. Yes, try.
Yes, definitely. The effort is a good thing to put forth.
Willie
Willie
Star.
Star in the building. What's up, Texas
I see
Ranger?
his comment.
He says, "Hi, ladies. No, you can't make up lost time of any kind. Can you make up for lost sleep?" I feel you, Willie. But
Thank you for that
I don't know.
opinion. Yes, thank you for weighing in.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. I don't know that you can make up for lost time, because all you have is a moment. All you have is now. But what you can do is be the best you can be in the now where you are. And you reach out and you work on making a
And all you can
connection.
do also is right. And also, all you can do is work on forming new bonds and new memories because, like you say, all that old stuff, time lost, is gone, it's past. You can't get it back, but you can build on new stuff.
Yes, you can.
You can progress moving forward.
Yes. And how much is enough is only can only be determined by the person or persons who were abandoned or neglected. You are the only one who can
The
say,
children. Hmm.
yeah, the children, and you as the mother, because you feel a certain sense of loss.
Can
You
say
have,
what? You can have a say in what?
hmm? You have a say as to how much he can do to reconnect with you, not necessarily in a romantic way, but how much he can do that is enough for you to say, okay, you've made up to me too. It's not just about the children, it's about you too, because as a woman you were left unprotected.
Mm.
You were left to fend for yourself. You were left without the spiritual, emotional, sexual, and financial support that you started out expecting because of your union. And so now, now that's gone. And in the least, you need for him to at least provide that for the children. All right. If you don't want to be, if you don't want to be friendly with me, at least have a relationship with your children, provided, of course, that the woman doesn't block that. Oftentimes men find themselves in a position where they're doing battle with the female to have a relationship with their children. You weren't like that, but there are a lot of women who are
Yeah.
very bitter, and they use the children as pawns. They use the children as a means of having the upper hand on the man, and they contribute to a lot of damage that's done as a result of that man not being there, and uh, and and
Done to the
and they punish him.
children. Yeah. Hey, you don't see the children.
Hmm.
That's holding the children hostage. That's doing a great deal of damage. I never took that stance. My stance was always, and maybe I shouldn't have took the stance that I did, because I said, because it wasn't ordered, I said it doesn't matter if you pay or not. Basically, you need to stay in touch with these kids and stay in their lives. And I didn't demand that you pay something. But like I said, me as a mother, I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna stand in the paint, two feet down, two hands up, to make sure I take care and protect and provide for mine. You, as a grown ass parent, have the same right and responsibilities to make the same exact. So I chose to stay with the kids. I chose the divorce. I took the proceedings to move forward with the divorce. So not being protected was expected. Not being provided for, in a sense, was expected. So you got to kind of expect these things moving forward, that once you divorce from a person, you on your own. Unless you, like I say, dealing with a really great guy, a man with some morals, with some conscience, with some scruples, that just want to do the right thing by you and the kids. Otherwise, you out there on your own,
Yeah.
and you got to make it happen. So
Yeah. Yeah, you have to make it happen no matter what. And he's very fortunate that you didn't hold him accountable financially. But if I'm giving you a break financially, at least do all you can, emotionally or spiritually, to be connected. But you see, in order to do that, finances must come. All right, just like being in any other relationship, when you're in a relationship where there's give and take of everything, if you're connected to those children emotionally and spiritually, when they come along with a financial need, you can't just overlook that. And so I wonder if some men just avoid having any kind of real contact or real relationship with their children, because at some point the children are going to either ask for money or they're going to need
I
money
say
for different
girlfriend.
things, even if it's just a relationship. He's not going to have a relationship with them because it's going to require some financial input on his part. So they just back out altogether.
Mhm.
And
Well,
then the woman is left holding the bag, which is why it's so
again,
important. Hmm?
yeah, 9 times out of 10, like I said, we know there are the exceptions to the rules where we have mothers that walk out and leave the fathers to provide and protect and take care and raise the kids, and they have 2 or 3 kids and to take care of, or by death.
Hmm.
But we're talking about living parents here for time.
Living.
So
Yes. Yes.
that's to me, like I said, I think you can not make up, but you can certainly try to do the best you can to do your best moving forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if nothing else,
And in fact, this
it,
after 5 10. Mm-hmm.
hmm and if nothing else, at least get some life insurance. So and leave them something, leave something behind for them,
Right.
and they can say that old dog
Mm-hmm.
at
Yes,
least he
better
left
in
us a
death than
little
being
something,
in life.
something. But that's why it's so critical, and sometimes you can't help it, but you have to know who it is you're attaching yourself to, and what their character is and what their tendencies are, and and maybe what
And
they've
not
done
always,
in.
because again, when their representative, people send their representative, they put their best foot forward, they put their good suit on, their best shoes, and they can walk that walk for a couple of years. And then,
Mhm.
like you say, when divorce comes or something else happens and a split comes, now you seeing a totally different person. And you are in awe of, like, I never thought this person would do that. I never believed in a million years. You couldn't tell me that once me and Phil, my ex-husband, I didn't want to say his name, but once we, see what I'm saying? So because
Well,
I thought I
you
had
were
vetted pretty well, as far as
okay.
we still
Everything
have
that
audio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're having audio issues. Everything you said,
little
you
piece
can't hear
here and
me,
there.
can you? Everything you said was lost. So I couldn't hear it on my end. I won't know until we view the recording how it came out. So I didn't hear what you said.
Right. If I could say it again, do the best job at vetting the person and picking someone who meets all criteria, they can put their best foot forward for years. And then at the end of the day, when things go down, you never imagine a dream that this person would do that
Mm-mm.
because you thought they were such a great person. You caught me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear
Yes.
any of that?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Yes. And I
okay.
agree completely, because you can start out with somebody, uh, maybe, say for example, you start out, you start out with this person, and you all party and you have a great time, but you don't know that this person, yes, Leonard says any person can do that, a man or a woman, and that is totally agreed. We already made that statement initially coming into the
Person.
show, is that, it's not only men who abandon the family, women do it too. We realize that, but we're talking about fathers. Uh, but I think I think we've seen, a trend change where a lot more women are doing it. Women, years ago, 50, 60 years ago, didn't have the option of doing it because they weren't in the workforce. They didn't have the money. They didn't do the leaving. They stayed where their bread was buttered. And yes, they stayed where their bread was buttered, and they didn't do, no abandoning of the children. They had to stay put. It was much more, of a man thing, but now we're seeing it that it's equaled out some. But what I was saying is, you might get with a person and they're a party person. You don't realize that that same person who likes to party might eventually become an alcoholic, or might eventually start to use drugs for more than just recreation. So I understand what you mean about, you get a representative at first, and then somewhere along the way, things change up. Same thing with a man that already has a family. If you get with a man who already, like, Steve Harvey, who would have ever thought that somebody who has all the money that he has would leave his
Mhm.
wife and children for another woman, and then not take care of them and not provide for them financially. But the woman who gets with him, if she starts a family with
And you
him,
did that twice.
right. So that second woman, what made her think that she was so special that he wouldn't do that to her too? He's already shown you his moral fortitude. He's already demonstrated his character. You don't have to vet that. That is evidence. That's evidence. He had a family, he left them, he didn't take care of them. You think he's going to make a family with you and treat you differently? There's, and he might, but there's a really high probability that he might not, because so far that's been his MO.
Hmm.
So at that point, you have to go, oh, well, okay.
Absolutely.
It is what it is. If you're with a man and you're dating him and he's cheating on you,
Absolutely.
and
For
and
sure.
he cheats on you, and you marry him anyway, what would make you think that marrying him would stop him from cheating on you when he's already demonstrated what his moral character is? You just ain't that special.
He is.
You're not that special to
And
keep
that's a
somebody
big
from
mistake that
doing what they do.
women often overlook, or
Oh, they turn a blind eye to it because they're
they
in
think it
love.
can't
They're
happen
in
to them,
love. He loves.
or I don't know what it is about it that they'll deny, but they'll be in denial of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most
So he never
definitely.
trusted her. Okay.
Yeah, so so you get a warning on that. You get a warning. People ignore the red flags and then they get upset when they get what they got. But you knew it.
Yeah, right. Hmm. And what Leonard is saying is he had a woman that left her husband for him, and then he never trusted her because his thought
Yeah,
in the back of his mind was, if you did it to him, you'll do it to me.
exactly.
You'll leave me for another man.
Exactly.
Hmm.
What is a person to think? So you marry a cheater and the cheater cheats on you. Are you surprised? Then the cheater leaves you to go be with somebody else. Should they be surprised?
And you
Shouldn't.
expect them not to cheat.
Right. You get with a man and he got a baby mama and he don't talk to her and he don't talk to the children and he don't give them no money and he doesn't support them. You think he's going to do something different with you? He might, but there's a high probability that he won't. So what we do, we get all in love and we ignore the red flags and we go and we just go for it anyway when you already knew. Leonard with his favorite word, correct. Correct. So no matter what it is, whether it's the way he treated a previous family, or the way he behaves and treats you, you
Absolutely.
had the warning and you ignored it. So much for vetting.
Hmm.
Because if you vet, but you skip over, you ignore some parts, and they'll raise up and rear their ugly head. But I think somebody who is sincere, and a lot of times men get older, they come closer to the end than they were to the beginning, and they feel remorse. Because you know what happens, you get to the end and your ass is all alone, don't nobody want you, and ain't
You
no
say
and
they
you
do
ain't
feel
got nobody to
remorse?
fall back on. Hmm.
The audio is so bad. I can't. You going in and out. It's so hard for
Yeah.
me to catch some of what you're saying.
Yeah, I know it's horrible. I'm aware. I don't know. But I don't know about you. I think we
We
touched
did
all
we
the
have
points.
a little footage? Yeah, on that, I think we did too, because like I said, it's not a whole lot you can say about that. Like you say, lost time is lost time. You can't make up for it. You can try and hope that things turn out for the best for the most part. But once the kids get grown again, I say that's not my business to worry about one way or the other. It's really between the kids and
Mm-mm.
them. So that's up for them to work it out.
It is. It
And
is.
hopefully they're
And
not
it's
deeply traumatized or wounded or shows. I hear women, and I'm not making light of women that lost their father or the father wasn't in their life or whatever the case may be, but they are so torn up about their father not being in their life. My father wasn't necessarily in my life, but I always looked at it like mom was mom and dad, and I had everything that I needed. And so, whatever he chose to do with his life, he married another woman and went on to have more children. She already had four. I think they had a total of six in all. And it didn't bother me. I didn't necessarily care. Once he got older and he separated from the lady, he came and he lived with me for about a year, and he moved on to another part of the state, and he eventually died maybe 2 years after that. I was never tore up about my father. I didn't feel like I was longing for nothing. I didn't feel like I was missing nothing. I didn't feel like I had a daddy issue because I didn't. It didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I thought I was just growing up normal
Right.
with mom. You know. So
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. Well, your mother was an awesome provider.
She did. Yeah.
Fortunate.
She was doing
She.
her thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
She went to
Yeah.
school,
You know,
worked several jobs, and
and she made it do what it do.
so I didn't miss it. I didn't miss them for the most part.
Right. Right. You know, I know a young lady who told me that she didn't know anybody who had a father, and when she met somebody who had both parents living in the household, she thought it was so strange because she had never seen or heard of that before. Nobody in her neighborhood. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And she's like, no, wasn't no dad is around. This wasn't a big deal.
That wasn't the norm, right?
That was just the norm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, there you
It's like,
go.
what?
I don't know,
You got a mama
but
and a daddy? Wow.
exactly what? What's the matter? What's the matter with your daddy? Why is he at your house? I don't know, but yeah, happy belated Father's Day to all the dads out there and all the mamas that got to be daddies
Uh-huh.
and all of that good
Yeah,
stuff. You
that's
know,
funny.
it certainly it is what it is, and I guess it's all good. But I tell you, Raw Talk is still a
And
work in progress.
the flip side of this conversation, absolutely. The flip side of the conversation that we also discussed was when the step parent steps in, when the stepfather steps in and takes on the responsibility and the slack of the blood biological parent, and he's put into the children and financially, protectively, emotionally, mentally been there for the kids, supportively, have supported the kids throughout the high school, college, and now the child is getting married and he's footing the bill. And then all of a sudden, this child wants the biological father to walk her down the aisle.
That's I would imagine that is a bitter pill to swallow. There's our girl. There's Step Paul. Hey, girl. How you been, sis? What's going on? What you got to say? Hey, queen. She said, I'm going through it with this pregnancy. I love y'all. I'm still a Raw Talk super fan. Always.
Oh
Yes,
my
you are. Girl, you
God.
having a baby?
Congratulations,
Oh, this is so awesome.
beautiful.
Oh, we're going to have us a little Raw Talk baby. Girl, you better hush. That is too much. Oh,
Yes,
okay. Well, we gotta
congratulations,
talk to you.
congratulations. I didn't know she
We
was
gotta
pregnant.
talk to you.
We haven't chatted with
Yeah.
her for a minute.
Uh-huh. We gotta talk to you, boo. We gotta find out what's going on.
Well, good luck with that baby. I hope it's an easy pregnancy.
I hope so too, because that thing ain't no joke. Leonard comments. He says that most people don't give a damn about the stepfathers. That's terrible, Leonard. That's not true. I don't know.
Yeah.
You might be right. I
No.
think it depends on. I think it
It
depends on who
usually
the
start off a
stepfather
little
is.
rocky, but yeah. Most of the time it start off a little rocky, but they end up loving that stepfather just as much as the real father, believe me. Especially when you got
Yeah,
a good stepdad stepping in.
yeah,
That's
and I
doing right by you, that's doing the right thing. How can you not love somebody that's looking out for you?
exactly. And oh, she says she's due September 6th. Oh, you're going to have you a Virgo. And oh, it's a boy and he's huge already. Oh my
September
goodness.
6th, and he is huge already. Thank you. Oh, wow. A
That
boy.
is too much. A boy, a man child in the promised land. Uh-huh. Yes, yes, yes. We will
Good, good.
talk. We got to reach out to you. We got to and tell us about the baby shower. Let us know what your registry is so we can send something to our Raw Talk baby. You know, but when it comes to stepfathers, though, you have a lot of men who praise their stepfathers. Shaquille O'Neal comes to mind when I think about people who love and respect their stepfather. And I think a lot of times it depends on when the stepfather entered into your life. You know, there's a lot of different factors, but there are many families that will tell you how wonderful it is. I'm seeing them families on social media all the time. A lot of times it's a mixed family. It's a white man marrying a black woman who already has children, and then they have more children, and he loves and takes care of those boys like he does his own, or so it would appear, you know, based on their social media presentation. Uh, and it happens with black families too.
Right. Mhm.
There's a woman who is very popular on social media. Her name is Marie Bust the Moves. I think is how you find her on Instagram and TikTok and what have you. She is a great dancer. She does all of the old stuff and the latest stuff, whatever. But she got popular from dancing and she teaches it. But she'll tell you, I think she had 4 or 5 children. Her husband had several children. And in their previous relationships, they got married and they brought all of those children together and lived and prospered as a family. And now the children are grown. They've done everything for them, and it's a beautiful thing. So it is possible. It is definitely possible to come in as a step parent, stepmom,
Mhm.
and be the greatest blessing those children ever had, and have them love and respect you dearly. So we know that the pendulum swings both ways. Hell, sometimes they don't like their
Absolutely.
own mama and daddy. I don't know. We're talking about a step parent, but I would imagine that 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 that's a hurtful feeling to do all of that for somebody. And we saw that on social media. I don't know that I uploaded that for us because I wasn't expecting to talk about that tonight. But yeah, a gentleman was on social media expressing himself about how he felt about his stepdaughter wanting her biological father to walk her down the aisle after he had
You have
done
that
all of the
picture?
caring for her.
Right. Did you have that available to Q in or no?
No. Mm-mm. I didn't know we were going to talk about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah. He's a very popular guy on social media, and I can't even tell you his name. But he does videos on other people, and he featured himself doing a video on himself, and he was very upset and distraught about the situation.
yeah, and rightfully so. I would think that maybe somebody would suggest a dual giveaway. Maybe have your birth father walk you, you know, halfway down the aisle, and then you're joined by your stepfather, who either takes over and takes you down the rest of the way, or both of them take you down together as part of the ceremonial giving away of the bride. I don't know
Well, the
what's going.
stepfather felt like then he should step up financially as well.
Well, of course, if the stepfather is funding the wedding, then a financial contribution from the
Hmm.
biological father is in order. especially provided that that person is capable of doing so. I can only imagine that they don't do
Well,
it because they're not
we in a,
capable of doing it. But what do I know? What do I know? Except that it's time to go. It's about that time. But girlfriend Peggy, we went over it backwards and forwards. And I think folks had some good things to say. And in spite of the challenges, we made it through another Wednesday. It's too special. Well, you look
can you
beautiful.
hear my laughter?
Yeah, but it doesn't. I don't know what it sounds like. It
The
sounds
laughter
like
button.
it sounds
Can
like
you hear it?
something
Because I can't.
terrible is happening.
Can,
But
you
yeah,
can, I'm sorry, you can't really hear it.
yeah, you can hear it.
Oh, really? Oh,
You can hear it. I don't know
okay.
that it sounds
Well,
like laughter.
we'll just leave those buttons alone for now.
It sounds like something strange is happening.
Like some firecrackers going off, right?
Something. Yes, 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 most definitely.
Okay.
That's cool. But all right, girlfriend. We we we've done all we can do. Our work here is done for tonight. So you look beautiful. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And I holla.
Thank you, girlfriend. You look beautiful as well.
You're a nice lady. You are so sweet. Hey,
I'm
oh, we love
always
you.
amazed at
Thanks for being with us. See you next Wednesday around 9 or 10 or something, whenever we can get in on Raw Talk Live.